there's a reason that I've got this film on display. I can't actually go into said reason, but if you've seen the film, you know exactly why.
Now, you may only see a pile of receipts, but I see a story. I can see where this story is going. It does not look good. What's happening?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, well, I mean, you would have thought one trip to the multiverse would be more than enough, but yet UK cinemas are giving us 2 in 2 weeks. So move over, Doctor Strange, and bring on Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Trying to sum up Everything Everywhere All at Once is basically impossible, but you know what? Here goes. Evelyn, played by Michelle Yeoh, is a very stressed lady having to balance a failing marriage, failing relationship with her daughter, and failing business. Sounds like a decent enough basis for a family drama, right? Well, in a way, yes. However, everything gets flipped on its head when Evelyn discovers that she is simply just one Evelyn in an infinite number of universes, and that she is the only Evelyn who can put a stop to a being threatening to destroy the multiverse altogether. Sounds a lot, and it is. Ever since I saw the trailer, I have been frothing at the mouth like a rabid dog to see this film. The directors, who are collectively known as Daniels, well, their previous film, Swiss Army Man, was a delightful trip to the absurd, as Daniel Radcliffe plays a farting corpse. Yet, bizarrely enough, does also pack one heck of an emotional wallop. The concept of the multiverse can be both a treasure trove and a literal nightmare when it comes to storytelling. There are basically limitless possibilities in regards to your creativity when telling said story. However, it is making sure that you are sustaining that story so that you're not letting the creativity get the best of you and almost overwhelm the audience. You want to ensure that there is still a story at its core. I mean, very recently, Marvel experimented with the multiverse in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and in my opinion, I thought they did a fantastic job, but that was primarily due to Sam Raimi's remarkable direction. For Everything Everywhere All at Once, thanks also has to go to the directors for coming up with something so batshit insane, totally original, and emotionally resonant that it might just be the best film I have seen in years. I adore this film so much more than words themselves can say. You know, like when movies are being advertised, you get posters with different phrases and iconic quotes on them, like a cinematic masterpiece, the best film of the year, a pure triumph. All that. So, well, Everything Everywhere All at Once is just all of those quotes and more. The title doesn't lie to you in the slightest. This film has everything and things I didn't even know were things. The creativity and ingenuity on display here is breathtaking. The Daniels really took a hold of the multiversal concept through Caution to the Wind and just gave it their all. The editing itself is meticulously crafted, often having to balance numerous storylines happening across numerous universes all at once. There's bound to be elements that won't work for some. I'd say about 80% of the audience that I saw it with were fully bought into it, whereas by the time we got to a universe where everyone has hot dogs for fingers, you could really tell that there were a few people that just, yeah, it weren't for them. For me at least though, there are so many hijinks, so much weird shit in this film that it actually hurt from laughing. I was actually in quite severe pain at one point. But in amongst the hot dog fingers, dildo fights, and ominous bagels, Yeah, they all do make an appearance in this film. It still is a family drama anchored by a tremendous performance by Michelle Yeoh. I thought she was absolutely spectacular as Evelyn, and as the character, I mean, most of her life is falling apart, and she's desperately trying to stay on top, and then to find out that she can travel through the multiverse, tapping into her multiversal selves. Well, I feel like that takes a very special kind of actor to deliver that, but again, keep on top of it. And I won't lie, as certain plot threads came to a climax, yeah, they hit me. May or may not have had a cheeky tear. Maybe. But Michelle Yeoh, she fully embraces the absurdity of the Daniels, and as does the rest of the ensemble. Quan actually makes a return to acting, and what a delightful presence he is. His character gets a lot to do, and winds up being probably the most endearing member of the cast. Also, if you haven't already, look up why Key took a break from acting and what his return in this film means to him. I'm not going to tell you the story now because I feel like it's just more impactful hearing it from him, but I will include a link to an interview in the description. Give it a watch. It is very powerful stuff. Stephanie Hsu plays Evelyn's daughter Joy, and their relationship is at an all-time low. This was primarily the emotional crux of the film, and Hsu gives it her all, once again taking every idea that the Daniels throw at her and just rolling with it. I feel like that applies itself to the audience as well. This movie won't work for you if you're going to put up barriers and not just allow yourself to be overcome by the weirdness. And Jamie Lee Curtis rocks up as well. She's having a blast doing all this weird shit, and I can't blame her. Oh, and there's like a ton of martial arts in this too, which, I mean, obviously for Michelle Yeoh, she can do this sort of stuff in her sleep, but in regards to the Daniels and their direction, they can really shoot an action scene. The fight choreography in this and the dynamic way that they choose to shoot it is really fresh and exciting. And honestly, it puts a lot of big budget action blockbusters to shame. I feel like there's still so much more to say about this film, but at the same time, I think I've covered everything I need to. It's a lot of movie, that's for sure, but it's so remarkably unique and a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you can only get from the movies. The talent on display from all facets of filmmaking is some of the most original and creative this industry has seen in a long time, but also so powerfully life-affirming at the same time. I genuinely believe that Everything Everywhere All at Once will go down in history as one of the all-time greats, because for me, I can easily see this becoming one of my favourite films of all time too. This might be one of the easiest ratings I have ever given on this channel. Everything Everywhere All at Once gets a 10 out of 10. Anyway guys, those were my thoughts on Everything Everywhere All at Once. In regards to the UK, I don't think it's getting quite the wide release that I would have liked. However, if this does sound interesting to you, please seek it out. I promise you, if you go in with an open mind, not only will it be worth the journey, but this film will just show you this film will, I think, inspire a lot of people to get into filmmaking and just show that you don't have to follow a predetermined mold when it comes to films nowadays. You can be original, you can be creative, and I feel like this is the epitome of creativity. But my question to you, I want to know, what was the last film that you gave a 10 out of 10 to? But that is all we have time for today, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.